Nick Crouch. I'm with the Route 101 Society. And one of the things that has been touched on tonight, but hasn't really got into a lot of depth, is the situation of road transportation here on the Sunshine Coast, particularly that between the ferry and Sechelt. Now, as some of you may know, we are working very vigorously on getting Victoria to listen to the needs of a replacement or a second new highway here for the coast, and the first phase of that being between Gibsons and Sechelt. My question to each and every one of you, and I'd also like to extend this question to the two mayoralty candidates tonight, is how many of you and how much are you willing to join with the other local governments on the coast and go to Victoria and fight for something that has been in the planning stage for almost over 40 years?
Thank you, and
that's for everyone.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll start in the middle here. Can I see where the microphones went?
Yes.
And again, succinct questions. This question is, how much are you willing to support a second highway on the Sunshine Coast? 10 words.
It's paramount, not just for us, traffic getting caught in it, but when there's an accident that closes the highway, we're all in jeopardy of even getting to a hospital. So we need to work on that.
Yes, absolutely. I'd love to see hundreds of us show up in Victoria and stamp our feet. We might get somewhere.
I'll give you a call when we do that.
Hi, Nick.
Hi.
It's the squeaky wheel that gets the grease, and we haven't been squeaking enough. And on council or off, as you know, I will do almost anything for this project.
Thank you, Alice. Stan?
It's an easy question, but the answer is hard in that you got a plan. I heard the mayor talk about $8 million for the development in East Porpoise Bay. They were talking to us when I was the chief in regards to opening the road by the hospital. If there's really a true vision, they would take Dusty Road and go toward Field Road. And that would be probably a completion of a phase 1 that would go all the way to Langdale in about 10 years. But the government doesn't just give money away for people who have a whim of something like that. No matter if you say 40 years or 30 years or 20 years, we have to put together a plan with the 4 governments. They're just finding an easier way not to take Wharf Street and turn right on East Porpoise Bay Road. They want to go through by the hospital, through the mall there. But
thank you, Mr. Dixon.
Go through.
Great. And Darren, if you come over here, I'm going to pass the mic to him. We'll include the mayors on this one.
Nick, thank you very much. I would definitely say I'm for anything we can do with the highway, but it also has to include what we're going to do about transit, cyclists, and walking trails. Thank you.
Thank you, Darren.
I agree with Stan. The question is easy to answer, but the answer is not easy to give. Provincial governments have their mandates, they have their budget set. If you don't make it into the budget cycle, you're out of luck. One of the things I did learn at UBCM, though, was that the 4 governments have the ability to accomplish more by showing up in a minister's face than by each of us individually trying to get something done. We sat in a meeting once and asked them to keep, I think it was Dakota Ridge, and all 4 governments, including the Sechelt Indian Band, sat in that room in front, and the minister said, I don't think I have ever had 4 governments sit in a room at the same time agreeing about something that we should be looking after. We got it done.
Thank you, Warren. If you pass the mic to Cameron, and we'll get the mayor's responses on this.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Nick, and an excellent question. It is a priority, and in fact, Councillor Thurkel and I met with the Minister of Transportation last week on this very issue. And specifically, are you willing to start planning the bypass through Sechelt? Not just to support Nick, but to support good planned growth in our communities. And the Minister agreed fully that he'd be prepared to look at funding the cost of developing those plans now. and also made a commitment to come back to us and help us understand further commitments with timeframes for Highway 101 upgrades.
Thank you, Cameron and Darren.